I'm Melissa Turley, Teton County Commissioner. I have done Go Run before. 8 years ago, I decided to run for town council 8.5 years ago, and literally filed my application for town council, never having done anything political before. And I wasn't sure that I would carry through until a week later I showed up at Go Run in Boulder, Colorado, and at the end of the first night I knew I was going to run, and at the end of the weekend I had a campaign plan and was driving home calling people about drafting my website and designing my logo, and ran a winning campaign that time and 2 more times after that. Well, it started on Friday night of that first Go Run with Marie Wilson and Celinda Lake really laying out the need for women in political office. And so I knew right there that I needed to get involved. Part of what had inspired me to file to run was that there were 10 local elected leaders on our town council and county commission, and not a single one of them was a woman. Not a single one of them was under 50 years old, and I didn't feel like they were representing my interests as a young professional who was struggling to make ends meet in Jackson Hole. And by the end of the weekend, I was just full to the brim from all of the great workshops and speakers with tools and a campaign plan and a draft of a stump speech. And I knew that between the conviction that I needed to do this and the tools to be successful, that I could, and I did. I went from being, when I filed to run, basically a nobody. People said, you know, who is this and why is she running, and who's this 30-year-old girl, to being the top vote getter at the end of the election. That gives me goosebumps. I would tell her that you have everything you need to be successful, and look inside and draw from your experience, and be true to yourself and be true to your community. And I was able to do that, and that served me really well and continues to serve me well. In my own hero's journey, I feel like I am coming to perhaps apex in my current political service. I've been in political office for 8 years, and when I finish this term it will be 10 years. And I think it's time for me to focus my energies more on encouraging other women to pick up this leadership and increase the number of women in elected office across the state of Wyoming. And I look forward to what that chapter will bring. If I knew I would not fail, I would start a political action organization to encourage women's leadership and advocate for women's issues in Wyoming. To women around the world, we are powerful, and it's time for women to use our power.